It's Week 5 of the NFL. And coming up, we'll see Kenneth Walker. He's coming off an incredible effort with over 200 yards rushing a week ago. It's the 49ers and the Seahawks under the lights on Thursday night.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. And they will be led out by the youngster, the rookie, their QB.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. Moving from his tight end spot there.
Do you think that perhaps the play call was for him?
The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. The coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. And Garrett Wilson, the one he was looking for, but it's going to be 2nd down. You look at this Niner defense. They played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
And the big thing for them was the interceptions. And you hear teams all the time talk about establishing themselves against the pass. You know, no-fly zones, things of that nature. This group had a bunch of them in last week's game.
Here's 3rd and 3. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Outright to Smith-Njigba. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
The numbers for McCaffrey last week. 15 carries, 72 yards, and a touchdown.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, you know, he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room in the cold tub trying to get his legs back for this game.
7 yards there and a first down.
That's another Seahawks. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Mercer. Over the middle, finding Smith-Njigba. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. Off play action. Mercer. Touchdown! DK Metcalf. His first touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it's DK Metcalf who finishes things off with a touchdown reception. On the return, here's Bray. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. So here are the Niners now to get their first drive. And a look here at their signal caller, the 5th-year quarterback.
And he's been playing at an elite level here in this early half of the season. Tops in the league in touchdown passes at this point. This is definitely a wide-open offense, so we'll see if he can keep a string of good games going right here.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Defense gives up a touchdown on the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. Purdy's throw into the hands of Pitts here. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 11 yards there, just like last play. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Purdy now to throw off the play action. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive INT. Second and 10. Purdy looking to throw. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Jamar Chase, the intended receiver. And it's third down. When you talk about this Seahawk defense, this unit, they're hoping to improve against the pass because right now, Charles, is number 27 in the NFL.
And those are the kind of plays that this unit needs to make because they know that going against it.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, 49ers. Justin Jefferson with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the 49ers are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Moody good with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This fielded right at the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. And they are losers of 2 straight coming into this Thursday night game. Is it more difficult, CD, when you take a losing streak into a quick turnaround game like this?
It certainly is because you don't get time to work on the issues that you've had throughout the season that have caused you to have the record that you're having. You can't really get those set. So now you're trying to minimize those and maximize what you've been doing well. And I remember a game recently where one of the assistant coaches said to the head coach, forget our running back rotation. This guy has a hot hand, and they rode him to a victory. Those are things you have to look out for in games like this.
Third down and 1. Operating from the gun. Mercer has taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Mercer. And he's got McCaffrey open, complete. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it's second down. Well, this defense for the Niners, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
Here comes 3rd down and 7.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. This is fielded at the 27. It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
Here's a run on 1st down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard. 2nd and 11. The Niners at a perfect 4-0 to start the campaign. They've been playing their best football of the year. Winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
It shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well, and every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
Fourth down try. Here's Purdy. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. Off the play fake. Mercer. This one finds Wilson downfield. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Garrett Wilson, 48 yards. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated.
And the Niners get there and bring him down. Blowing that play up, Roquan Smith as he gets the sack. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Looking to throw. Mercer. Smith and Jigba with the grab. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that's going to set up a tough 39.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
To throw on 3rd down. Mercer. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Micah Parsons showing off that elite athleticism as he gets the sack. And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open.
The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Purdy. And Walker has it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Walker now on 1st and 10. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
From the 42-yard line, here's a 2nd and 4. They go play action here. Purdy. Open man downfield is Chase. He's got it. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. An explosive 38-yard pickup. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
Now that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
Walker is in. Touchdown 49ers. Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And they take over already 5 yards deep into the red zone at the 15-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Now Purdy. This one's incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
On 2nd down, it's Walker. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. Bear in mind, that wasn't a big lineman back there for the tackle for loss. That was a cornerback.
So are you saying the myth has been shattered? That all of them are not just cover corners? Some of them actually will stick their nose in and tackle when necessary? That's what we just saw, isn't it?
Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. And his kick is right there. It's good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. Taken at the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now,
rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Well, this is something we've seen before, partner. We've seen a defense bait a rookie, pretend to leave a window open, and then the defensive back jumped it as soon as the ball was released. Big-time play. They love taking advantage of the youngsters, and in this case, it paid off well.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and yard.
Back to throw, Purdy. Throw out wide to Walker. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
And the 49er first down.
Here's Purdy. And that's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle. And the Niners are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And here he'll get it down to the 7. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it, but he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as...
And it's complete in the end zone. Touchdown, 49ers. Justin Jefferson with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. Moody good with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Seattle again getting ready to take over offensively. And they come in losers of 2 straight. And remember, they've got the open date on their calendar next weekend, but you think it's vitally important, Charles, that they focus on the task at hand here?
Absolutely, because these players, they know what's coming up, and the difference between taking time off following a win versus doing so on a 3-game losing streak, that's absolutely huge, because they may come back if they lose this game to a facility, and there may be new faces in there and some teammates lost.
A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Back to throw. Mercer. Catch is made by Metcalf. And out across midfield down to the 45. 25 yards that time.
That's another Seahawks 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Looking to throw. Mercer. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith. Down to the 10. And into the end zone. A pick-6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Extra point try now for Moody. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick-6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. And we will get another look at Seattle's offense. They have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first. It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately, because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Here's a quick throw out to Wilson. And he's going to lose yardage here, back to his own 18. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. On 3rd down, Mercer. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A 1st down and then some. Give him 29 yards.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
They run with McCaffrey off the option. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
At the 45-yard line.
Off play action. Mercer. This is Fant on the short completion. That one a first down pickup of 8.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Pass caught. It's Romeo Doubs. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. On 1st and 10, Mercer. This is the tight end Fant. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
They'll look to throw again. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. Nick Bosa in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. 9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. Micah Parsons. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And this is off the left upright. And it comes back. It's no good. And the deficit will stay at 3 scores.
And now 2 problems as I see it. First, you missed the kick, which granted was a long one. But second, you set the other guys up with great field position and enough time to maybe get downfield and get a field goal attempt of their own.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here.
Basically, you're not going to outwork 2 guys very often.
Double coverage. I thought he was going to go somewhere else with the football. I get it. That's a stud wide receiver. You want to try to get him the football.
Yeah, sometimes you rely on him a bit too much. You forget the other options that are out there.
They're going to hurry back to the line now. Play action. Now Purdy. That is caught. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it, and that will extend their lead even further. So just enough juice to get the 3, and I think that wind at the back helped a little bit there.
Certainly did, and to me that tells me that that head coach knows his kicker and realized the wind was at his back. That was probably the outer limits of what he could make, and he knew the wind might be able to aid him and get that ball over the crossbar, and it did.
So we reach. Well, we'll move right through the break then, skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the second half. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. So here are the Niners to take over on offense. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start 1st and 10. shotgun now with Purdy. He will find his man Chase complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Purdy will set up to throw it here. A quick throw, but incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right, he's pretty much been completely neutralized. Setting up the screen here, this is Walker. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The Niners passing game in sync now. They've got another 1st down.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Draymond Jones in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Running left is Walker. Oh, what a move. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal. Purdy from the gun. To the right side and complete to Jefferson. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And it's 2nd and goal.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Purdy. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Justin Jefferson from 8 yards out. And the 49ers take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Moody good with the extra point. And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the 2nd half. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the 2nd half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to... And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Purdy now to throw. Got a man open. It's Chase. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
A gain of 9 yards. 1st down, San Francisco.
Throwing here, Purdy. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Ken Walker with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Niners are pouring it on. Moody good with the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Seahawks 14.
So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And Seattle now ready to march out of the field. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized. Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
And you can tell just by looking at him that this offense is a frustrated unit. Things are really unraveling here, and as a head coach, time to earn your paycheck. You've got to find a way to keep it together as that brings up another 4th down.
Take it at the 37. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
A 41-yard punt, 9 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Kenneth Walker headed back out there. He is hoping to find the end zone for a 3rd time, and we sit now in the 3rd quarter.
And nothing would excite him more, but I think even more so, his offensive line. Anytime you've got a guy scoring that many times, that means you've done a really nice job in front of him.
You're always giving props to the big fellas up front.
It's always a good idea. Those are some massive men.
The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Up the middle, here's Walker. And give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a 49ers 1st down as he's able to get about 3 that time on 3rd and inches. Straight ahead, Walker. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
The throw over the middle taken in, and that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 19. That'll put him right at 99 yards receiving now as he's got a 1st down. Now a run with Walker. Shifts by at the 15, and he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. Ball at the 14 for 2nd and 5. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 84 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Purdy. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
Purdy looking to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, Brandon, we see why it's a team game there because there's a sigh of relief that they just released defensively. If he's able to get that one away, that's likely a touchdown. But instead, that pressure from the front got to him and forced the incompletion.
You're right. He had him open, just a split second too late on the release. Decent gain on the scramble is 6, but now it's 4th.
That looked great when he first took off because in my mind, there was room to run and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with this 4th down call.
And his kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. I got to think at this point, 3rd quarter, if you're able to hold on to the ball, get 3 at the end, that's all you're looking for.
I would agree with that because right now, this is a job well done by them. In fact, it's almost time for handshakes, a little dap on the sidelines, maybe even start to discuss post-game plans. And for the guys who haven't played yet, go ahead and get loose. Your time is now.
And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down just inside the 10, back at the 9. And while all of that was going on with a sack, it appears, unfortunately, we have an injured player. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Micah Parsons, a milestone sack for him as it moves him past Hall of Famer Lawrence Taylor, who finished his career with 132.5. So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. Oh, he bowls over him. It's a 45-yard punt and 8 on the return. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Kenneth Walker headed back out there. We've seen him be good so far. He's hoping to continue that trend here in quarter number 3.
And typically when you see guys running it this well, they see the game in slow motion, don't they? They see the cuts happen, they see the blocks happen, they feel really good about their vision, and then they use their legs to find that open space.
And he's had some good help up front to boot.
1st down, San Francisco.
They'll give it up to the big man Walker. And a short gain here down to the 22. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL. Back now in Seattle, Washington. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Purdy with it on 3rd and long. Going for Kyle Pitts again. He's got him again. And they'll get to him short of the 1st down at about the 16. So Purdy off and Moody on for the 49er field goal. From the right hash, this from 33. And this one is right through, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
This take it in at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. Facing a big 4th quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it's 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
At the 41-yard line.
Back to throw. Mercer. And his throw here's incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Back to throw again. To the right side and complete to Metcalf. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. He's got the hook up with Dobbs. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another 1st down. Operating from the gun. Mercer. Over the middle, finding Smith and Jigba. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. 1st down marker at the 5. It's 2nd and goal.
At the 6-yard line.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Touchdown, Seahawks. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Seahawks get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Point after, right down the middle as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. On the return, here's Bray. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Justin Jefferson and the rest of this offense, they've got their helmets back on, and they're ready for this next series.
This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him? Bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he was really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
He is. I don't know that mid-game trade is going to happen, but good thought.
Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this. Back to Walker on 1st down.
And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain.
106 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Willis. First target, first catch, and a 1st down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
On the give, it's Walker. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he's going to get this pretty close to a 1st down as the tackle is made at the Seahawks 34.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
And that'll wind wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 22-yard line. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. On the handoff, this is Walker. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about running them into submission, hasn't he?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use... And across the chalk, into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Kenneth Walker, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the 49ers are well on their way to a 5-0 start as they extend their lead. Moody good with the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. And Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. Some concern out there right now as we got an injury stoppage. It's DK Metcalf who's getting some help following that last play. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Now a throw here, hauled in. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down.
A gain of 4 yards. And the Seahawks, first down. First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Looking to throw. Mercer. Throw left side. McCaffrey's got it. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 4th quarter, certainly not enough time for a comeback, but nice to see them making use of the time remaining to try and make this one a little more respectable.
Yeah, I think the ultimate goal, good execution, be crisp, be sharp, and find a way to put some points on the board to make this thing look just a little bit better.
That one goes for 24 yards. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. They'll look to throw again. And his throw is incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Mercer. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Ball at the 8 here for 2nd and a yard, maybe a touch less. Operating from the gun. Mercer over the middle. That's caught by Metcalf. 4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to 1st and goal.
And that's good for another Seahawks. 1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
Looking to throw. Mercer. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. Now the try here for the extra point. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it's DK Metcalf who finishes things off with a touchdown reception. And he elects not to bring this one out as his guys will take over at the 25. The 49ers ready to set up shop again offensively. And this one has gone pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far, and now they'll try to polish things off in the fourth. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 148 yards rushing for him now as he's toted it 21 times. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They run again with Walker. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Here's a 2nd and 8. On the counter, it's Walker. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Running right, here's Walker. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. They'll run with Jefferson. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there. So from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more. A little insult to injury here late in the game. On the left hash, officially, it's called a 51-yard attempt. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over.